Hello, welcome. I'm going to show you today some of the features of the operating system that I use, which is Windows 10. It's a fresh install. I've just upgraded from Windows 7, so we should have a nice clean operating system within which to work. So the first thing that we need to do after starting up the computer is to log on. A new feature of Windows 10 is that you use a PIN code rather than passcode. So I've selected myself as the user from the choice down here of two people, and now I put in my PIN code. Now when you first go into the operating system, there are some services that start automatically, such as the one you can see here. We're just going to cancel that as we need to see it. One of the things that I would like to show you next is file storage. Now, as with many operating systems, it does take a few seconds on launching the operating system for it to load all the important processes into the operating system. So there can be a bit of a time delay before you can do anything. Thankfully this is not too bad at the moment, as it is, as you can see, a completely clean install that was done yesterday. So we're going to look at the local C drive. Here we have a variety of folders, and this is one thing that Windows specialises in. It's a very user-friendly graphic user interface that allows us to navigate through the various folders on the system. The folders are ordered in a way that you can store documentation in an easy format to be able to retrieve at a later date. So here we can see, for example, there is one user, so there's two users, sorry. We can go to users here and you will see that this is my account here, and within here we have a variety of different documents, music and pictures. So if we were to look at, for example, at documents, you'd see that there's a folder called My Games with a game inside it. And if we went up to a high level, you'd also see, and we can go back or go up to a high level, we've also got another user that's got some documents that are saved on to the hard drive. Now, a computer nowadays must really be connected to the internet to get the full benefit from it. An important thing that I want to show you is that we are connected. So if we go into the control panel, for which we've created a shortcut in the taskbar along the bottom. The taskbar is here to make it easily accessible for you to be able to use programs and utilities or applications to be able to access the ones that you use on a regular basis quickly with only one touch. So we're going to go into network and internet, and we're going to view our network status, and you can see that we are connected here to my home internet connection with BT, and it's via a wireless dongle. You can see that we've got 4 out of 5 bars. That's the signal strength because we're upstairs and the router is downstairs. We can personalize the operating system so that it meets our own personal preferences and makes it easier for us to be able to use. So one example of this is the display. We've got a nice big 27-inch screen here. One of the things that we can do is to adjust the resolution on it. We've got it on the optimal resolution at the moment, but I'll give you an example of what it looks like at a different resolution. You can see that's not anywhere as preferable. You don't get as much information displayed, and also the edges of the letters are not as sharp, so we're going to leave it where we had it. We could also change the sound settings. We can do that down here in the bottom right hand corner by right clicking, open up the sound settings, and you can see, for example, that we can change the volume or we can change the output. Currently it is running via HDMI cable, so it will use the monitor's speakers. Okay, next up I'm going to show you an internet browser. The operating system uses Microsoft's own web browser as default, which is Microsoft Edge. However, many people prefer Google Chrome, which is what I've used as my default. I've set it as the default so that it will automatically use it. Like saying it's not set as default then, but we'll just reconfirm that. And you can see Google's working here. We can view any website that we want, such as Gmail, Maps, and you can see there that we've got a good internet connection. And the other thing that a lot of people like to do, which I'll show you lastly, is to do productivity from their desktop computer. So for example, the most common used program is Microsoft Office, or that's not a program, sorry, that's the suite of programs. And you can see from Microsoft Office we can send emails, we can do word processing, we can do spreadsheets, we can do presentations, and a whole host of other things. They're now online, and the documents are backed up in what Microsoft refers to as OneDrive, other people refer to as cloud computing. So documentation is saved not only locally here on the computer, but also on the internet as well. And you can see here that if we wanted to, we could type out a document. Okay, so that's it. I've shown you Microsoft Windows 10 and some of the essential features that it offers. Thank you for listening.